Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday of what's to be maybe one of the hardest weeks to get through before,
Yeah. Trying to drag yourself through being productive the last week before Christmas break. It's a challenge.
Yeah,
I got,
it's been hard the last
I've
couple of
got,
weeks.
and I have early deadlines. Normally, I have Sunday night deadlines, but this week everything gets pushed up to Thursday so that people don't have to work next Monday. So yeah, I gotta pump out some columns. I gotta drag myself to the
Yeah,
keyboard, make
I have
myself
I
work.
think 3 or 4 to do before the end of the week, and I'm just like,
Yep.
this is not going to go well for me.
But we thank all of you for taking a break from your productivity to listen to us. Today is our last day of live broadcasts for 2023.
Crazy.
We will be releasing podcasts next week and the week after. Bonus episodes, one of which we've already recorded, and one which we will be recording right after this one. So those will be little surprises that will drop the next 2 weeks.
Yes,
Well,
I'm excited for our Hong Kong Disneyland one, which will be dropping, I guess, next Monday.
I'm curious to see any reactions to that one. That was a good one to record.
Yeah, that was really fun. I liked it because it's like I haven't gone, so I got to ask you questions like that. I'm genuinely curious. So I think
Right. Yeah.
Disney Park
No,
fans,
it was a good convo, as the kids would say. All right. We want to check in with some folks who came in early to the chat. And first, as almost always, is Michael Bingham. Hi,
yes,
Michael. Wishing you a holiday road Christmas vacation. Only 7 days until Christmas. Yes. Punching out that advent calendar. I have to catch up. I have one of those Star Wars socks advent calendars.
Oh,
I'm a few days behind.
I'm honestly, I have a Harry Potter jelly bean one. I think I
Ooh,
opened the first like 2 or 3 days. I just forget
I
every single
forgot.
time. So
Yeah, yeah. And thank you, Michael, for being here for today's podcast. Also, thank you to Blossom and Michelangelo in Derek Ho's Corner. And Wiser saying hello to
hello.
everyone. Thank you. Also, Mark Spalding likes your hat. Vintage
Yes,
Disney MGM Studios will
I
always be Disney MGM
exactly.
Studios in my heart.
Yes, I need to have my eBay account revoked. Too much good Disney stuff on there.
And Wiser also likes your hat. Your hat is very popular.
A good find. I mean, I'm channeling Michael Eisner.
So Brian Sager jumping in, mentioning that Tokyo Disney Resort dropped a bombshell of news this week, and absolutely that is in the news we will be
Yep.
discussing. Up in Buffalo, where he is, not a white Christmas, but a rainy green Christmas this year. At least that's a little easier to deal with on the road, and you don't have to shovel rain.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, thank you to all of you joining in the chat. And we have like 45 people watching live, which is great for us. So
I think
I
everyone
think
doesn't want to work either.
no one wants to work today. I can't blame you.
Let us
So
distract you.
why don't we one last person jumping in, Nicole Francis saying hello and Merry Christmas
Merry
to everyone.
Christmas.
So thank you to you. All right. So why don't we just do this thing and kick it off in 3, 2.
Please lower your head and watch your step while boarding.
Welcome to the Attractions Podcast. You are all clear for dispatch. Have fun.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 222 of the Attractions Podcast, sponsored by MEI and Mouse Fan Travel and My Happy Place Jewelry. I'm Seth.
I'm Carly.
And we are here to talk to you about the latest and greatest in theme park news and more, as well as what is going on in our own lives. Carly, down here in Orlando, we had a bit of a washout this weekend. I didn't make it out to the theme parks because we had a lot of rain. How was your week?
Oh, I did something very fun. I went to one of my favorite theme parks in the whole wide world, Silver Dollar City.
Ah,
Oh, I just love it so much. If you get a chance to go. The level, I've been there a few times. The level of quality of everything from food, entertainment to attractions is high up there. It's on par, I think, with Disney and whatnot. It's a Hershey company, so it's not
Mhm.
surprising, but it's just so good. Every single time I go, I'm like still in shock that how just in the middle of the Ozark Mountains is just one of the best theme parks on the planet. They have an award-winning Christmas holiday event called an Old Time Christmas. So I
Mm,
did 2 full days in the park to try to do kind of like everything. It's all included in regular daily admission,
mm.
and it was just amazing. There was a staging of Dickens' Christmas Carol.
Ooh,
Hadn't seen it there before. It is a full-blown Broadway-style musical,
wow.
80 minutes. The quality and
Wow.
talent was literally a Broadway level. I was shocked. I almost went back to go see it again, but there's just literally so much to do
Mm.
that I didn't even, scratch the surface on all of the offerings. The food is excellent. The coasters, Time Travelers, like one of my favorite
Uh,
roller coasters. So
I've
it is
heard nothing
so
but great
great.
things about that one. I'm very jealous.
It's a
Sounds like a
great park.
great trip.
Yeah. So now
Awesome.
I'm really festive because that really pushed me over the edge.
Awesome. Well, yeah, like I said, we had a bit of a rain out, so no theme parks for me, but it was our wedding anniversary, so my wife and I
Yes.
went and took a little vacation in Siesta Key, which is where we got married, and we got to visit one of the best. If you want a vintage old Florida attraction, the Sarasota Jungle Gardens.
Ooh.
They've got it is Animal Kingdom long before Animal Kingdom existed, and it's just all these walking past the jungle, and you can hand feed flamingos, which I think is maybe the best attraction in
Whoa.
Florida.
That is really
So
cool. What is their mouth like? I can't even like they're not gonna
um,
bite you, right?
they you have to hold your hand very flat because they have a beak that is not sharp, but it is hard, and they are very eager to get it. It's kind of an interesting sensation. I didn't lose any fingers, but definitely if you are afraid of large birds, maybe not
Yeah,
the best choice.
sounds a little scary.
Anyway, um, without any further ado, let us go ahead and jump into the news in the queue. Well, first up, we are heading to Shanghai Disneyland, where the new Zootopia expansion is opening in just a couple days on December 20th. And we have a very detailed rundown of all of the new food items inspired by Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde's Community, including what I think is going to be the most Instagrammable one, the popsicles.
Yes, and you can get one that comes with a mold, so you can go home and
Yes.
you can just keep making popsicles every single day.
You can sell these yourself to the local kids. Absolutely. So they have released full menu items for Zootopia's two snack locations. This is Jumbo's Cafe and the Zootopia Market. These are both part of the new Zootopia themed land at Shanghai Disneyland. And we have it is so there's so much we had to do it in a chart format.
Yes.
So I encourage you to head on to Attractions Magazine if you want the full details. But just to kind of briefly touch on some of the many things that you're going to find in here. First, hot chocolate served in Judy or Nick hot beverage cups that you will want to take home. Or a white peach waxberry flavored sparkling drink in a Nick Wilde souvenir cup. I don't believe I have ever tasted a waxberry, at least not
I mean, I would
intentionally. Have you?
I'll try it. No, maybe it's like a cousin of the boysenberry. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? You've got pineapple cheesecake and lemon cheesecake, police officer badge chocolate bars, gazelle cotton candy, a big donut, also
Always
available
good.
as a mini big donut.
Yes. I definitely encourage you to look through the story up because there's a lot of pictures, which I was really excited to see, and
Yeah,
everything is really kawaii. It's
I,
so cute.
adorable. The presentation is beautiful. I think some of the prettiest stuff is the various ginger flavored
Yes.
ice creams
Mhm.
that they have in Jumbo's Cafe, which you can get in a cone, in a sundae, or what I love is the waffle, which comes with a little elephant. It's like, I don't know if that's a cookie or like a sugar decoration.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know that it's very cute. It is a lot. It's like 99% sweet things. So if
Oh yeah,
you
oh yeah. This
you need a
is
sweet
definitely,
tooth
you
if
need a
you were
sweet tooth.
going here. Yeah.
Yes. Even the carrot shaped lollipops, I think, are going to be on the sweet side.
Oh
And
yeah.
they also have popsicle lollipops, along with raspberry flavored marshmallows, lemon marshmallows, which are way too cute to eat.
Oh, I know. They're
Uh,
adorable.
blueberry milkshakes. The list seriously goes on and on. I could keep scrolling for a while, but the headline item obviously is these popsicles,
Yep.
which are paw print shaped popsicles. You get them in various locations, and as you mentioned, you can get them optionally with the mold, so
Have to
you
do
can
that.
take this home and make them yourself in your own freezer with whatever kind of juice you want to make them with.
Yeah, I was really surprised by this little blueberry pie. It's
Mhm.
really
Oh,
cute.
yeah.
It's like a personal size blueberry pie.
Yeah, and it's got the, like, old-fashioned, kinda crisscross braiding on top.
Mhm.
Definitely, this stuff looks, kind of hand-assembled more than mass-produced, so, have to be I'd be interested to see what pricing is like, especially compared to pricing for snacks, in American parks.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. Yeah. And I was surprised. So the popcorn is corn flavored,
corn-flavored
but
popcorn, they finally had to do it, just
but but the packaging is a carrot. I wish they just did carrot popcorn.
That would be amazing. Carrot flavored
Yeah.
popcorn. No, it's corn flavored, but you can get it either in a paper carrot cup or in a Hops Family Farms popcorn bucket. Which, let's be honest, if you're going all the way there, you might as well get the souvenir popcorn
Oh yeah,
bucket.
we're bringing a whole extra luggage piece to buy every
Absolutely,
snack.
yeah, 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 yeah. You just throw your clothes out when you get there, and you just take nothing but popcorn
Yes.
buckets home, and you're
And
like,
there's 2 lone savory items, which
yeah.
just made me laugh.
Which, yes, there's a frittata sandwich, which is potato, carrot, and cheese, and there's a Judy Hop snack box. With Judy's favorite sandwich apparently is tuna.
Hmm.
You would think, since she's a rabbit, that it would be like a garden salad with carrots, but no, she likes tuna and veggies with steamed rice. So there you go. Uh, so you've got plenty of snacks to enjoy while you wait for the new trackless dark ride, Zootopia Hot Pursuit, which I don't know if we have a video, but there are a bunch of POV videos out there on the interwebs, and I recommend watching them because honestly, I'm not getting to Shanghai anytime soon. I would love to, but I guess unless you go on like a 72-hour tourist layover visa, if you're a working journalist, it's really hard to get over there. So
Yeah. I know. For now, we'll just look at the pictures and videos.
it's exactly, exactly. But you can find all of this food detailed on our website at attractionsmagazine.com. Next up, a little closer to home, we are going to talk about the holidays at Universal Studios, not Universal Orlando, which we've talked a lot about, but Universal Studios Hollywood, where The Grinch and Harry Potter are celebrating the holidays now through the 1st of January.
I love this park at Christmas. It's just so magical. Just the way they do it. It's kind of like a classy approach to Christmas. I don't know how
Yep.
else to explain it. Very like just nice detailing, garland, snow, the whole 9 yards. But it's one of my favorite theme park holiday
Yep.
celebrations, and they do a great job.
The scale is not quite as big as the holiday celebrations at Universal. They don't have a big parade. They don't have the big indoor Grinch musical, but what they do really, really
Mhm.
well. First of all, let's start off in the Wizarding World, which is always covered in snow year round, but it gets especially snowy during Christmas, where they do a special version of the Frog Choir. And they do the Magic of Christmas at Hogwarts Castle, which is a really fun late show projection mapping on Hogwarts Castle that we have a great video of on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, and now it's warm butterbeer season, so you can
Oh
get
yeah.
your warm butterbeer, which I think is the least of the cloying sweet options for some reason.
You know what? A warm butterbeer is a butterbeer that people who don't like butterbeer at all sometimes like, because
That's
it's
me.
more like it's more like a latte without any coffee in it, or
Mhm.
um, it's yeah, people who find the butterbeer too sweet often really like that one. I love it. They've also got some special Christmas sweaters and personalized ornaments available this year for the Wizarding World. And Grinchmas is back, of course. You can have a meet and greet with the Grinch and Grinch's dog Max.
Yes, and I
Uh,
have to commend Universal Studios Hollywood. This year there are
yeah,
3 separate Grinch meet and greets, including one
really.
that's exclusive for annual pass holders. And the lines have been like non-existent because of this new system. It's brand new this year.
Well,
There's where
someone
you
needs
see
to tell the folks at Universal Orlando about this, because the
yeah.
Grinch line's been out of control this
It's been
year.
like over 200 minutes daily. I've been seeing
Yeah,
in all the
I
groups.
keep seeing people post 200, 300 minutes even, and, I get it, it's great, but, like, can we do the thing like Disney did with their princesses, where
Yep.
we have multiple Grinches
Mhm.
and we just, pretend, it's holiday magic, let's just keep this line moving, or
Right.
at
Yeah.
least.
I feel like after this year and all the feedback that they've been getting, I think
Mhm,
next year we're going to see something different because
yeah,
there has to be a better solution. And Universal Hollywood's doing it right. I love when they have the pass holder exclusive things because everyone
yeah.
wants to meet the Grinch. I mean, that just is what it is.
Well, another thing you will want to do this year for Grinchmas is to see the new Hoobie Doo-Wops, which is a new musical group that does holiday classics in a kind of a doo-wop style. And you can find them performing out in front of the 65-foot tall Grinchmas tree that they have on the lot.
Yes, I love that little plaza because their Grinchmas celebration is kind of in like an enclosed plaza area. It feels very
Hmm.
festive, instead of it being
Hmm.
like super spread out.
Yeah. And you even get fake snowfall. I mean, real snowfall. Absolutely real. It's California. It's
Yes.
absolutely real. Uh, falling onto the town of Whoville at the end of the tree lighting ceremony that they do. Um, Plenty of Grinch merchandise, Grinch food. You can also check out, they've done decorations around the Secret Life of Pets and the Minion attractions. They've got some Jurassic Park themed decorations down on the lower lot. So the whole studio park is gotten in the holiday spirit, and you can find out more about that by visiting universalstudioshollywood.com. And while we are talking about the holidays and Universal, we also wanted to mention the New Year's Eve celebrations that they have announced at Universal Orlando. They've got a bunch of options for ringing in the new year, both in the theme parks and at City Walk and the on site hotels.
Yes, I love that there's so many options. If you don't want to brave the parks, you don't have to go in them if you don't
Yeah.
want to. If
Yeah.
you don't want to have a ticket, you don't have to purchase a ticket. There's plenty of other options,
Yeah.
like you said, City Walk.
So, if you are an annual pass holder, you're already planning on, being here on vacation. You're going into the parks for New Year's Eve. Inside the studios will be open to 1 until 1 a.m. Music Plaza in front of the big Hollywood Bowl stage is kind of going to be ground central for the party. And they've got the holiday parade is going to go. And I they haven't really talked much about it. I would expect a brief fireworks display at midnight, but not a full blown fireworks show like you see at Disney.
Right.
Usually they throw off a few. It's a quick little thing. It's not a huge deal. At Islands of Adventure, they are going to. It's going to be your last day on the 31st to see the Grinchmas show and the Magic of Christmas at Hogwarts Castle, and that park will also stay open till 1 a.m.
Oh, I love the late night hours. It's just such a nice thing to see.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, they used to back in the day do these Eve celebrations at City Walk, which was like a hard ticket.
Mhm.
And they used the Groove was kind of a big club that they used for that. Well, the
Right.
Groove doesn't exist anymore. That's now
Escape room.
the escape room. So they will still be keeping City Walk open until 2 a.m. on New Year's Eve. And it looks like they're going to have a live band and a DJ. But if you want like a paid experience, you can reserve a table inside Big Fire. They're going to be having a special party in there with an exclusive menu, and that is going to run until 1:30 in the morning.
Wow, late night. I mean, I just can't fathom this because usually I'm in pajamas on New
Yeah,
Year's Eve.
I know. Back in the day, when we were young, but now like New Year's Eve is when I stay home and try to comfort the cats because they get fruck out
Yes,
by all my
all the
neighbors.
noise.
It's like illuminations surrounding my house
Right.
because everyone has their own fireworks. Um, the one park you probably don't want to be at New Year's Eve is Volcano Bay. It's going to be a little chilly, and the park's going to close at 5 p.m. So no New Year's Eve party there. But if you are staying at one of the on-site hotels, or even if you're just a local who wants to crash, they've got some paid parties at pretty much all of the hotels. Top of the line would be the New Year's Eve party on the Piazza
Oh,
at
sounds nice.
Lowe's Portofino Bay. Starts at 8:30 p.m., runs through half past midnight. Not cheap. $180 if you are over age 21, or if you're between age 10 and 20, that's $130. You can bring a kid for 45, but why would you? It doesn't sound like
Right.
it's New Year's Eve. Put the kids to bed. Get a babysitter.
Yep.
We've got links for tickets to that as well as the fixed price menu reservations available at Mama Della's that night.
Yum.
Hard Rock Hotel likewise is doing a New Year's Eve acoustic brunch, a New Year's Eve buffet, and they're having a party in the lobby. New Year's Eve buffet especially looks like fun. The kitchen does a great job with their
Oh yeah,
buffets.
that's a great venue.
Royal Pacific is also doing a buffet in their island's dining room and a New Year's Eve celebration in the Orchid Court Lounge. Price on that one is only $600 per. I assume that's per table for a group of up to 8 guests.
Yeah, that's not bad. There's
Yeah,
unlimited
if you
sushi. Yeah.
yeah. Yes. If I get unlimited sushi for that price, then I'm in. Sapphire Falls has got a buffet going on in the Amatista Cookhouse and a celebration in the Strong Water Tavern. And if those
Ooh.
$140 tickets include rum, that could work out quite
And the
well.
best Mai Tai in Orlando. Yes, please.
Absolutely. Cabana Bay has a free event in the Bayliner Diner, but you have to be an overnight guest to attend that one. And I think for the real high rollers, Aventura is doing a rooftop New Year's Eve celebration, which should be a great spot to watch
Wow.
fireworks all around the town.
Yes.
And that one, VIP treatment for you and 5 friends, up to 6 guests total, only
Perfect.
$1,350 to get yourself a table. Standing room only is only $175, and honestly, that doesn't sound like too bad a deal.
No, not at all. I mean, just that venue alone is so nice.
Oh my God, yeah. Endless Summer on the low end also have New Year's Eve meal specials for under $20 at Surfside Inn and Dockside Inn.
Yes, I have to say, we spent last Christmas at Dockside, and we actually ate the holiday meal there at just the quick service place, and it was like a ham dinner. It was delicious, and
Yep.
it was so reasonably priced.
So Universal's website's got details with links for reservations on all these, and if you want to do any of them, definitely want to make your reservations ASAP because this stuff fills up quick. And I don't know, of all of these, Which one is most tempting to you if you could pick any one
Portofino,
of them?
without a doubt. I've always wanted to do the Harbor Nights that they have out
I
there.
if
Just
you have if you have never gotten a chance to do one of the Harbor Nights, they used to do them about 4 times a year. They went away during COVID, but they did come back not too long ago. And it is like being invited to a really nice wedding where you don't know the bride and groom, but you also don't have to bring a gift. You know,
perfect.
it is great food, uh, good drinks, amazing atmosphere. Really like I said, it's not necessarily one you want to bring your kids to.
No, it's like a
This
soiree,
is
you know?
yes, this is it's an adult experience, and it's really easy, especially there in the Portofino Bay, to forget you are right outside a theme park.
It is a
It's
mind trip
yeah,
when you are hanging out over
yeah.
there.
All right. Well, if you want more details on enjoying New Year's Eve at Universal, universalorlando.com. And speaking of Hollywood, they are also celebrating the holidays Hollywood style out in Motiongate, Dubai. They have their own holiday celebration going on through January 7th, and it includes parades, street shows, character meet and greets, and Santa encounters under a 40-foot tall Christmas tree.
Wow.
Uh,
Did you go here when you went out?
I did not.
Okay.
When I was in Abu Dhabi, all my time was spent out at Yas Island, and other than uh, going through the airport in Dubai, I did not get to experience any of the theme parks. And Motion Gate was definitely the one that I am most sad that I missed. I also missed the Bollywood because that closed right about the time I was there. So I'm never going to see that one. But yeah, Motion Gate is home to folks like the Smurfs, Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, Madagascar, and all those characters are involved in the big Hollywood Holidays Parade, dancing down Studio Central every day right now.
Yes, and seeing the Smurf dressed up in the holiday outfit, I just
Right?
love. I want to go just to get a picture.
Absolutely. Yeah. In addition to that parade, they also debuted a new Home for Christmas live musical stage show. That's taking place at the Hollywood Theater, and it features a grumpy Mr. Humbug who's doing his best to avoid holiday cheer on Christmas Eve. In addition to that show, there are also street shows throughout Studio Central, including a reindeer led Time to Slay dance show and the
Fun.
Toy Factory Fellas performance by elves and toy soldiers.
Very fun.
And
I love it.
as you mentioned, Smurfs. This
Yes.
is, Smurfs is not a theme park property that we have here in the States on this scale that I know of. So you definitely, if you're a fan, would want to check out the Smurfs Village there, which is going to feature a lively street dance performance by Papa Smurf, Smurfette, Vanity, and Brainy Smurf.
So cute. And of course, it wouldn't be a celebration without food. And they
Absolutely.
do, I would love to see pictures of this. It sounds like kind of like a European Christmas market where they have all
Mhm.
little stations up outside. So I'd love to see how that's done.
Yeah, they've got a festive outdoor night market. It includes crepes, cookies, churros, cotton candy, and even a festive turkey carving set and turkey vindaloo. Um,
I tried the turkey vindaloo.
absolutely. Uh, and then in addition to all this, there are 15 themed retail shops throughout the park. They're all going to have exclusive selection of Hollywood themed holiday souvenirs. So if you want more information, go on over to motiongatedubai.com/Hollywood-holidays. And last but not least, in this week's news, Bluey's World Experience is coming to Australia in 2024. If you or your small children are a fan of Bluey's World, you can experience a world exclusive, one of a kind attraction based on the animated series in Brisbane, Australia, coming next August.
This sounds really cool. I've actually never seen Bluey, but I do know a lot of adults that just watch it without their
I,
kids, or they, so
I've heard buzz about it. I am personally yet uninfected by by Bluey, but if you are into this series and you want to experience a day in the life of the Healer family, which of course includes Bluey, Bingo, Bandit, and Chili, through interactive technology and authentic life-size sets. This is all coming to Australia next year. You're going to get an interactive guided experience that includes scenes from Bluey episodes, including Bluey and Bingo's bedroom, the living room, the playroom, and their backyard with a poinsettia tree, uh, along with a cafe, a gift shop, and a playground.
yeah. So when I first read this, I was thinking like maybe like a one-off ride, but it seems like it's more just like an immersive experience,
Yes,
correct?
it kind of seems like a temporary location-based experience, like a walkthrough, immersive,
Hmm.
interactive gallery, maybe. Um, they are describing it as interactive play with a touch of theater. So you and your kids will get to immerse yourself in this TV show, and it's all going to be housed inside the 40,000 square
Wow,
foot North Shore Pavilion in Bluey's hometown of Brisbane, Australia. So they've definitely got enough elbow room to build this thing out.
very
40,000
cool. I'm
square
sure
feet
this is going
sounds
to be
pretty big.
very popular.
Yes. So tickets are not available yet, but if you want to be informed on when they are released, and as you say, this was bound to be popular, so you'll want
Oh
to
yes.
buy those quick. You can go to bluey.tv/blueys-world to sign up for updates and the pre-sale announcement.
Now it makes me want to try it out.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of this week's News in the Queue. And before we get into this week's main attraction, we want to hear a quick word from our sponsors. In this week's, we have two sponsors, including one new one.
My Happy Place is dedicated to creating jewelry that brings joy and positivity to your everyday life. Do you miss the happiest, most magical places in the world? Their jewelry is a subtle reminder, a connection. More than just jewelry, My Happy Place is a hidden symbol of your strong and deep love for a location in the world. You can keep it a secret like a code, or you could share it by telling the story behind your jewelry. You can also stack and collect them. They offer GPS coordinate bracelets and necklaces on amazing display cards showing your favorite location. They also offer mini jewelry travel cases with hidden messages inside. All are perfect gifts and stocking stuffers for all Disney fans. Visit their website at myhappyplacedesign.com and follow them on Instagram and Facebook at myhappyplacejewelry.
The Attractions Podcast is brought to you by MEI and Mousefan Travel. Whether your next vacation is a magical trip to the theme parks, an exciting adventure to the pyramids of Egypt, or just a relaxing cruise on the turquoise waters of the Bahamas, MEI Travel provides premium service and expert advice to help you get the most of your vacation. They are always free of any hidden fees or costs to you. Visit them at mei-travel.com.
It's time for the main attraction!
And for this week's main attraction, Tokyo Disneyland has announced the dates for Fantasy Springs hotel reservations, the overhaul of Space Mountain, and a whole lot more coming to that resort in 2024. We thought that info dump we got from Disneyland the other week was a lot. This one was a lot too. And
Yeah,
it,
it's
it really
overwhelming.
makes me think that if I'm going to do that trip to Tokyo next year, I better get planning right now.
Yeah, I was kind of just getting stressed out because their ticket system is not complicated, but it's just so different than what we're used to here.
Mhm.
And now with all this information about Fantasy Springs, the hotel, I'm like, maybe I'm gonna just put off and not go to Tokyo Disney. It's a lot.
Well, so if you want to be among the first people to stay at the Fantasy Springs hotels, which it's there. We'll go into the details.
Yes.
It's kind of two hotels in one. But February 8th is the date you want to write on your calendar, because that is the day that they're going to start accepting reservations for the opening. And that is happening between June 6th and 8th of 2024. So set your alarm for 1 p.m. Japan Standard Time, which is somewhere in the middle of the night for those of us here in the United States, on February 8th. And you are going to want to know exactly which wing, which room you want to stay at, and you cannot hesitate over the price when you see it. You're just going to have to click, because these are going to go fast.
Oh, absolutely. And it's going to be on a rolling basis. So if you want to say maybe July, August, dates are going to continually open up. We have everything in the article. It sounds more confusing than it is, but rolling reservations.
Yes, we've got a whole chart here, and basically every few days another batch of reservations are going to open up between June 6th and July 6th for that opening month, are going to be released in waves between February 8th and March 6th. And then starting with the reservations for July 7th and onward, it always happens 4 months prior to the day you want to be able to check in. You visit 4 months prior, and that's going to be at 11 a.m. Japanese time. And basically, if you thought getting reservations for Walt Disney World Hotel were tough, from what I understand, it's nothing compared to the competition for these rooms. We don't have exact pricing for these yet. We can kind of guess based on the tiers that this is you're gonna look at prices running from between $250 or $300 US all the way up to $3,000 depending on the night and the view. But here's what you need to know. This is the Fantasy Springs Hotel, as we mentioned, which is right outside of the New Land Fantasy Springs.
You'll have your own entrance, which
connected,
is very cool.
Exactly, an exclusive entrance right into the Tokyo Disney Seas Park. And depending on which wing you're in, you might even have a view into the park. The two there are also going to be exclusive dining options. So there's a Fantasy Springs restaurant with buffets. It's a restaurant themed to Snow White and Sleeping Beauty and Tangled, and you will only be able to dine there if you are staying on site. Now, here's what you need to know. There's two halves to this hotel. There's the Grand Chateau and the Fantasy Chateau. Grand Chateau is where you want to stay if you don't have to ask how much does this cost. If your bank account is flush enough that you don't even need to look at the price, then this is where you want to stay, because this is the first luxury tier hotel in Tokyo Disney Resort.
I guess this is the first luxury hotel Disney has ever done, right? Because we don't have luxury hotels.
I mean, depending on who you ask, I'm sure they certainly price the Grand Floridian like it's a luxury hotel.
They do. It's not
a luxury hotel. Not even on the floor. Yeah, I would be curious to see how this compares to something like the Waldorf or the Four Seasons in Orlando. But I have a feeling that this is going to be truly because Japan, they have extremely high hospitality standards there. And if they're calling this luxury, if they are placing this above things like the Miracosta Hotel, then that's a high bar to live up to. They are calling it, quote, the finest accommodations at the Tokyo Disney Resort, and the existing accommodations there are neither cheap nor second class. So if you are staying in the Grand Chateau, in addition to having an absolutely gorgeous room that looks like something out of a French castle,
it really does.
You're also going to have exclusive access to La Libellule. I totally butchered that French.
I tried to pronounce it earlier and gave up.
There's too many L's in there. Sorry. But it is an upscale restaurant serving French cuisine.
It looks so nice, too. It really did a good job with it.
So if you are rich but not wealthy, I guess You need something that is just one step down from that. The Fantasy Chateau side of the Fantasy Springs Hotel is categorized as deluxe tier, which puts it on the same level as the Disneyland Hotel, the Ambassador Hotel, and the Miracosta. If you are not in that tax bracket, one step down is the moderates, which is the Toy Story Hotel. And if you are slumming it, like I will be if I ever go there, the Tokyo Disney Celebration Hotel is what they call their value tier. Just in case you didn't know. Anyway, the Fantasy Chateau is still going to be a pretty nice hotel with something called the Rose Court, which is a natural area inspired by Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, it looks really pretty. I'm just wondering if it's going to be confusing coming actual booking, and if people are going to, book one and be like, oh, but I wanted this. It's a little confusing that it's all
It-
under the umbrella of one resort. I think I
uh,
wish it was just two separate hotels at Fantasy Springs.
Yeah, and absolutely, you are absolutely right, because beyond knowing if you want the Fantasy Chateau or the Grand Chateau, you also kind of have to know which side you want. So the Grand Chateau, it looks like all of those rooms are going to face into the park, which they better for the price that you're
Right.
probably going to be paying. But if you are on the fantasy side, you've got to pick between the Fantasy Chateau, which kind of faces towards the park. They've got a little section called the Springs side. Then they've got the hotel entrance side. And finally, the Bay Area side, which is basically the parking lot side. We've got a map that kind of breaks it down for you. But when you manage to log into their website on the day that reservations open, you're not going to really want to take time lingering over
No.
which section. You're going to want to click and go.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think it's confusing. I wish they just called it the Chateau at Fantasy Springs and the
Mm.
something else at Fantasy Springs, because
Yeah.
even I was kind of confused by this.
Maybe it's less confusing in the original Japanese. I'm not sure.
Right.
There is, of course, a whole backstory behind this hotel, because we can't have anything Disney without a backstory.
Of course not.
And it involves a duchess who loved travel and adventure, who discovered these magical springs and built a little summer home nearby. It's eventually
Little.
became a grand palace to house all of her friends. And it's yeah, you can find this backstory on the website, as well as more concept art and little previews of the attractions that are coming. I'm still dying to know exactly what this new version of the Peter Pan ride that is coming to
Yes.
Fantasy Springs is
Oh.
all about. But the scope and the scale of the land looks absolutely stunning. And we've got photos of construction progress and concept art all over our website. If you are super excited about it, you might be interested in the Dreaming of Fantasy Springs event, which they are celebrating from April 9th through June 30th, leading up to the grand opening, with preview merchandise, preview dining, and even chances to win a preview visit before the official opening.
That was very cool, I thought.
And believe it or not, that is not all that is happening.
Lot.
There's the other big event happening on the other side of the Tokyo Disney Resort, in the Tokyo Disneyland Park, is the closing of the original Space Mountain on August 1st. Your last chance to ever to ride their version of Space Mountain is July 31st. Before it is basically demolished flat and rebuilt from scratch. And it's not going to reopen until 2027.
Yeah,
That
that's
seems
a
like
long time.
forever.
Yeah.
Feel like you could, I mean, we've seen whole theme parks be built in that amount of time.
Well, better
but
be
you-
good.
Well, you can see from the concept art, this is not just like even when Disneyland gutted their Space Mountain and rebuilt the track. This is a whole new attraction with an entirely different facade, entirely different silhouette that kind of looks like it draws more inspiration from Tron, with the kind of
Yes.
curviness of it,
Mhm.
kind of organic shape, as opposed to the iconic 70s look of the original Space Mountain, which is going away very soon.
Wow, that's a long time, and it's
Yep.
just so crazy they're just gonna knock it all down, you know?
Yep. In the meantime, you won't be able to ride Space Mountain, but you will be able to celebrate lots of festivals all throughout 2024. Right now, they are still celebrating Dream Go Round, which is the resort's 40th anniversary, continuing through March 31st. But then it will also be time soon for Minnie's. I can't believe
It's
trying
hard
to
to read
pronounce
though.
this word. Minnie's Funderland.
Yes. It's a little bit of a tongue twister.
Boy, January 10th through March 19th of next year. Um, we talked. This was announced last month. This is the first in a series of festivals called Disney Palooza that they're going to run throughout the year. Minnie gets her turn with a floral arrangement and a parade. And then from April 9th through June 30th, there's going to be a new spotlight character. These are going to rotate throughout the year. And I'm sure we'll have more details as the next phase of that approaches.
Just give me Duffy and call it a day,
All Duffy all the time.
please.
Well, and then across at the other park, Tokyo Disney Seas, they are going to be bringing their food and wine festival back April 1st through June 30th, with limited time dining options inspired by the 8 ports of call. And this year that will include Fantasy Springs.
Mhm. So it's the
So
year to go.
there is way more to keep up with at Tokyo Disney that we can possibly go over. So head over to tokyodisneyresort.jp for all of the event information.
Yes, and you can't just go, you gotta plan. They're still doing date-based tickets, so
Yes,
just you gotta
I
do a lot of
really I
prep.
feel like I need to hire someone,
Yeah.
a professional to help me organize. I still would really love to take a trip there next fall. I think maybe fall will be a good choice to let the hype die down
Yes.
over the summer over Fantasy Springs. But I can't wait until you know this is some of these might eventually come to Disneyland as part of Disneyland Forward, but I might not be too old to ride the rides by the time
Yeah.
that happens. So
Someday.
yeah, someday. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. Before we wrap this up, it is time to take a look at a few more comments that we got. Uh, N Wiser says he wants to get 5 Broadway tickets to see Six
Oh.
the Musical for Christmas. I think we've talked before about Six the Musical. I think he was also wondering what our favorite songs were from that musical. I gotta say, I did see it on tour. I enjoyed it for what it was. I think the opening number was catchy, but I can't really tell you that I remember any of the other songs in there. Sorry.
I am with you.
You
I
want to
think
ask me my favorite Sondheim songs? We can have a whole
yeah,
conversation about that.
I'm a little more old school like you too.
Yeah.
I like the 70s, 80s, 90s of
Yeah.
Broadway.
Michael Bingham is chiming in to say that he agrees with Carly that Universal Studios Hollywood during Christmas holidays is really fun. And this is the 20th anniversary of when he went
Ah,
to USH for the first time with his family. So happy 20th.
so fun. I love that.
My mom is chiming in. She is listening to us from St.
Jealous.
Lucia. I hope she is having a great time. Hi, Mom. I miss you. Michael also wanted to say that he hadn't been to Universal for a while. Yes, the rain. That canceled his birthday trip. Sorry about that. Magic City Mayhem likes our new commercial.
Woohoo!
And yes, Funderland ho. Sorry, I can't wrap my tongue around that. Finally, N Wiser, his favorite song from Six the Musical is Ex-Wives. All right, I
Nice.
can get behind that one. All right. Well, thank you, all of you, for joining us this week and this year. It's been a great year of bringing you the news. We do have, as we mentioned, 2 more bonus episodes that are going to be coming out that we are pre-recording. So as we spend the rest of the holidays with our families. We hope you get to spend your holidays with family and friends. Before we go, we want to thank our sponsors, My Happy Place Jewelry, MEI, and Mouse Fan Travel. And we want to remind everyone to please give us a rating and review wherever you listen to us, Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And finally, be sure to follow us at attractionsmagazine.com and search for Attractions Magazine on your favorite social media platforms. Carly, where can everyone find you and keep up with you throughout the
Yes.
year?
I'm on Instagram at Adventures by Carly and on Twitter X at Carly Caramano.
You can find me on socials at Eskuberski and find my books. The new 2024 editions are out now at theunofficialguides.com. And until next year, we hope that you folks stay safe, try something new, most of all, have fun, and we will see you again soon.
Yes.
Happy holidays,
Happy
everyone.
holidays.